In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve the ALEKS problem called estimating the volume in liters of a square prism object. This problem is going to give us a sketch of a square prism object, and it wants us to calculate the volume, which is done by multiplying the length times the width times the height of that object. Pay attention to the units in this problem. Notice that the side lengths in this problem, they don't all have the same unit. I flipped through a lot of different variations of this problem, and I saw that every single time. Every single time there was one unit that was different from the other two. So before we plug into the volume equation, we need to make sure that all of our dimensions here have the same unit. I am going to suggest when you solve this problem that you convert to your side lengths to centimeters. And as we solve the problem, I'll explain why my recommendation is that everything gets converted into centimeters. So these units, which are already in centimeters, they're good to go. This unit down here, we need to convert that into centimeters. We're going to start by writing the number with the starting units, which for me is a meter. We want to multiply by our conversion factor that converts out of meters into centimeters. Centi is the prefix for 10 to the minus 2. That means 1 centi is 10 to the minus 2 meters. And the meter unit is going to cancel. We can use our calculator to do this if we're not confident. 0.091 divided by 10 to the negative 2. Let's see what we get. We get 9.1 centimeters. Now that everything has the same unit, we're ready to plug it into the volume equation. The volume is our length, which is what we just calculated, 9.1 centimeters, times the width, which is 5.0 centimeters, times the height, 6.4 centimeters. And honestly, it doesn't matter which one you call the length, which one you call the width. The point is that you're multiplying all three of these numbers together. Let's use our calculator to do that. 9.1 times 5 times 6.4 is 291.2, and our unit is centimeters cubed. Now the answer ALEKS wants is going to be, ALEKS wants the answer in units of liters, and so that brings us to a really important conversion factor that we're going to need to use to solve this problem. 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter. That's a really, really, really important conversion factor, and this brings us back to this that I wrote here. I suggest all of your side lengths get converted into centimeters so that when you do your volume calculation, you end up with units of cubic centimeters, which you can then very easily convert into milliliters, because 1 cubic centimeter is 1 milliliter. It's a 1-to-1 relationship. Now, once we get our number into milliliters, 291.2 milliliters, our last step is to convert from milliliters into liters. Milli is the prefix for 10 to the minus 3. That means 1 milli is 10 to the minus 3. The milliliter unit cancels, and we get, if you want to do it, if you're not confident and you want to do it on the calculator, totally fine. No worries about that at all. We get 0.2912 liters. ALEKS does have, I believe, has guidelines on the number of significant figures or the number of decimal places. It says round it to 0.01 liters, so we're going to round it to this position right here, which for me is 0.29 liters.